Yeah, it's your boy Fist into his house, bringing another great edition of Modern Warfare 2, a new 2 for you, because hey, that's what I do. And so lately, I've been, hey, I've kind of like switched my gears. Now I'm into this like dual comm, doing dual commentaries for people again, and I did one with Mr. Sinclair, and now I got another guy right here with me right now. I've known him. I've probably known of him for a while. He's been in the YouTube community. You probably know him from. He's like the general of SOCOM. He basically keeps tabs of SOCOM 4 and all the upcoming SOCOM. And the guy is truly a funny guy. And if I knew about the kill cam for Machinima, I'd have suggested it to him earlier because this guy is hilarious. But without further ado, go ahead, blackwido88, take it away. Introduce yourself.
What's going on, Fisty? What's up, man? Hey, I appreciate the that was a nice intro there. I guess I have to consider myself the general of fucking all things SOCOM related, man. These fucking developers, they just keep shitting all over this game, man, and somebody's got to put their foot in the middle of the fucking shit stream. They keep trying to, it's like, god damn it, dude,
Exactly. So like I said, I'm gonna leave his link on the bottom of the page, blackwido88, and all you do is press the blue link, go straight to his page. You can just go through all his archives. He's got some. I mean, he just doesn't do gameplay videos, but he does like comedic skits and shit like that. It's funny as hell. And I really think he deserves more subs than he has. But he's a family man. He's busy like me, and he's just a really cool dude. I mean, like, what would people expect to see from your page and whatnot?
Well, right now, if you go to my page, you're just gonna find a lot of videos of me taking a big fat shit on one of the only SOCOM game that's on the PS3 right now, because I anticipated this game to be so great and this and that because of the PS3 technology, today's next-gen technology. And I did have an Xbox, by the way, for those of you saying, oh, he doesn't have an Xbox, I don't want to listen to this. But, I was expecting, just a fucking far greater experience. And unfortunately, the original developers handed it over to some amateur fucking nitwits. And they totally, they had the right idea, but the game was so glitchy and so buggy. It was like they handed a group of chimpanzees some laptops and said, here, build a video game, and they just went off and fucking spent half the day throwing shit at each other and the other half of the day putting the game together. So it came out like a fucking beta, and not a very good beta, by the way, and they did patch after patch after patch after patch after patch after patch after patch, and I mean patches the size of fucking China, dude. Huge patches. I made a video called SOCOM patch 1.5 or something like that, and I was reading the list of the patch, and I realized the video was going to be like fucking 15 minutes long. So I just put it in fast forward and cut it short, and that wasn't even half of it. But anyways, so I really just wanted to shit all over them because I know they use YouTube as their free source of advertisement. So I wanted them, anytime someone's like, hey, I heard about SOCOM competition, I'm just going to go ahead and go on YouTube. I'm going to look it up and find out what I can find out. And when they go on there, they find my videos and they go, oh, never mind.
You know what? And that's what I like about you. I mean, your heart was into SOCOM like my heart was in Battlefield 2. And a lot of people, they look at me and they think that I hate Battlefield Bad Company 2, but they don't realize the lineage from the game from Battlefield 2 to Battlefield Bad Company, how they just slapped the name on it and they completely changed the game. And I'm still pissed about that. They completely shitted on the community, and I moved on. And that's my segue. I moved on to Call of Duty 4, and that's where I stand now. And I don't know.
Hey, wait, this whole video is a segue. It's supposed to be about Modern Warfare 2. Fuck it, let's just keep going.
That's exactly right. It's like I see it this way. It's like Battlefield 2 had my balls. I was gonna play Battlefield gameplay. I was waiting for Battlefield 3, but then along came the Call of Duty series, and I moved over to that game, and that's what I play now. I mean, I used to be a Madden player and a Street Fighter and a Mortal Kombat guy, and then I dropped that because I just got tired of Madden, and so now I'm a first-person shooter, and these are the games that keep my interest. I don't know about you. I mean, I know you guys in the community at SOCOM are dealing with so much heartache. I don't know. I mean, has most of the community moved on to different games, or what's going on?
I really don't know. I think a lot of them moved on to Metal Gear Solid, which is, I mean, for a single player mission, it's phenomenal, dude. But as far as multiplayer, I think a lot of those guys are just kind of like just folding like cheap suits and accepting the fact that this is all they're going to get for third person. There's a lot of third person shooter guys out there, but there's a gazillion first person shooter people out there. But for the third person crowd, we're pretty few and far between. So that's probably the only thing. I think a lot of them went there. That's what I've been hearing, anyways.
So what makes you? Why do you like third person versus first person? I don't understand that, because to me, when I can't stand the fact that if someone is hiding and got cover and they can see over cover, I just can't rationalize that into a real life scenario situation. So I get turned off by that situation. So that's
Yeah,
why
you know what? I can totally understand that. But if you were there, if you were one of those guys like me that basically had the PlayStation way before you could go online with it, and then when you first had the ability to put a network adapter on the back of it and log on online, and the first game you ever played online was SOCOM, you'd really kind of see my side of it. You would have been there since the beginning, and you really would have learned, because it's something you have to learn to appreciate and learn to compete with, as far as third-person shooters. Because I mean, here's a scenario that I'm sure that you don't like. You've got a guy hiding behind a wall, and he's just waiting for you. He's looking right at you, but you can't see him. You come around the corner, he strafes out and shoots you. But see, on SOCOM, you could run around and scavenge through other people's shit and toss grenades at corners, and you could basically, eliminate the fact that, okay, dude's not there because I just tossed a grenade there. So it's just...
Oh,
dude,
it was more or less. See, I guess what it is that it's more of a context thing, that I don't understand your context, and now I understand by what you're saying. It's more like a check and balance thing. It's kind of like in Call of Duty 4, where we check rooms, we throw flashbangs, and if somebody's in that room, you get the white marker, like an X, and that's the
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's one thing I think they should remove from video games. If you throw, if in real life, if you throw a grenade in a room, you don't know that you killed anybody till you go in there and find this big pool of fucking dead guy on the ground. Till you find a finger or something stuck to the wall, you're like, okay, I got him. But nowadays, it's like you have a hit detector. So I mean, it comes in handy, and I'm not going to say that I don't use it to my advantage, but
Well,
I would like to give it a shot without having that in the game to see how it plays out.
But what about the fun factor? I mean, if the game is too serious, like Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising, nobody's gonna play
Garbage.
Yeah, I mean, the game was so serious that.
No, you're right. You know what? That's what I said. That's why I kind of threw that in there, that I would like to give it a shot to see how it plays out. And if it turns out to just be, kind of, lulls you to sleep, or it's too much realism, just fucking ruins a game. So, I'd like to give it a shot. And if it, I'd like to be able to say, you know what? Hey, that didn't fucking work. But
So what's in the future for you? I mean, like, what are you looking for? I mean, you got to be jonesing for something.
oh, jonesing is the biggest understatement ever, dude. The SOCOM confrontation, like I said, just fucking sucked the biggest pair of testicles you ever saw in your life. So I've been kind of going old school, man. I played some Mortal Kombat 2 and some Street Fighter 4, shit that I just totally abandoned because of the original SOCOM 1 and 2. So I kind of went back to that. I've been looking forward to a game called Spec Ops: The Line, which is it's a third person. Although, look, I want to point out the fact that too, I'm not opposed to first person shooters. I really think that they could do a really good first person shooter if they just took the noob factor out of it, like these fucking weapons that can see through walls, and fucking perks where you could jump off of fucking the Empire State Building and not even twist an ankle. If they could just get...
Commando's outrageous. I mean, but and I don't like that. To be honest with you, I think that they should have just left the 3 streaks in there, because it kept the game moving. I mean, basically, if you got 3 kills, you got a UAV, and people knew where you're at, and that was kind of like a camper buster, because the UAV was constantly flying in the air. And if you really didn't want to be seen, you could just shoot it down.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's another thing too. Is just they need to make a game where you basically just have to rely on listening okay, I hear footsteps, so someone's probably over here, or you have to listen, and every single gun has a distinct sound, like the M4A1. You know what that sounds like, and you know that the enemy's team carries that weapon, so therefore you have to use your own brain to figure it out. You don't have to go, oh, well, let me just pull up my my HUD screen and call in a UAV so that they can X-ray the entire map, and I can find out where my enemies are fucking hiding.
Well, yeah, I agree with you there. You know, that's what was cool about Call of Duty 4.